You little goy, you dirty little goy sloppy boy. YouTube, we're back. I'm gonna teach you guys how to cut some hair. Right here, we are doing a mid taper with the freestyle in the back. So right here, we're just kind of debulking the goy areas and the chud cell areas with my scissors, some scissoring over combing. Just, wherever you see dense spots, don't be a puss. Cut where you where you see it even. Don't have to overthink it. Don't have to cut too much. Just wherever you see, or if you do have to cut a good amount, do it. Because as a barber, you need to have the eye and call the shots and make the right decision for your client, for their looks, because some of them need it. So right here, we're just doing the exact same thing. Boom, boom. Just going to the top, just trimming. You see this. I love doing that right there. The clipper over, combing the back of the ear and evening that out, because this way is one of the better ways to preserve the darkness and still get it nice and even. So I like doing that compared to using a guard. So right here, we're doing a rainbow shape mid taper, just to give it that pop. I used to make the mistake of doing this too high. I've brought it down lower, and bringing it down lower just gives you a nice, more so mid taper look than like a super blowout taper look. Balding it, treating the shaver just as a clipper and flicking, not dragging it up all the way to the line and making that line damn near impossible to get out. Right here, no guard, lever open. I'm using those TPOB Play Minis. They're gas, bro. They're just like the JRL Onyx. They're just like it. They are just like it. I like them better. I like the shape of them better. And I put that Babyliss 22 tooth MIM blade on there. So I think that combination is it fades really easy, especially with that dual speed motor. You need that as a barber, just for the thinner areas and the thinner hair, and the areas that you don't want to take too much off. You just want to detail. Right here, we're doing a 1.5 close to open, just flicking into that bulk. And then we are doing a 0.5 close to open as well, prioritizing our corner usage when we do this. Not trying to use the whole blade, like flat blade on skin. You don't want to do that. You want to use a corner and just flick. Just a corner, man. You don't need to do too much. Just flick, and especially with tapers, bro. I like getting the steps out the way, lining it up, and then going back over it and detailing as needed. It just sets up your boundaries and gives you a clearer idea of what needs to be detailed and what doesn't need to be detailed, for the sake of gradiency, if that makes sense, for the sake of keeping that gradient blend from light to dark. Right here, we're just doing some detail work. I'm gonna let you guys see everything on this side, especially just so you guys have a clearer idea of how the fading process looks, and especially the detailing process. I pulled out my stronger motored clippers, these Saber 2 clippers. For this bottom line, it's just easier to get out, and especially for detailing, it's just easier to sliver those like denser areas with a stronger motored clipper. It just eats it a little better. Close to open, lever play as they call it. Boom, 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 boom. It's looking good. It's looking very good, very good, very good. And this is going to be a rinse and repeat on every single side. I don't change my steps. I love my steps right now. It's a lot easier. Not easier. It's easier. It's easier. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of special ed. It's a lot easier than doing the no guard, 1 guard, 2 guard, 3 guard, 4 guard. This just cuts the steps, and on top of cutting the steps, this builds a more gradient blend. It's kind of a mix of fading up and fading back down. And since we're just repeating steps pretty much, I'm gonna yap a little bit, bro. So for my new barbers out there that are just getting into it and you want more clientele, the best way you're gonna get the clientele, bro, is just focus on the people you have now. Meaning focus on making their haircuts perfect. Make sure their haircuts are better every single haircut. Whether it's you do the eyebrows better, you do the fade better, you're making the lineup sharper, you trim the top cleaner, you're more on time. Just whatever you think you need to improve on or add to your haircutting service, make sure it is more more than your last appointment with them. So just focus on the clientele you have right now. Don't try to do all this extra shit and do this and do that and do backflips trying to get new clientele. It's not going to work. How you get new clientele is perfect the people you already have, especially once, because you're going to start off with friends and family, but once you get new people, perfect them. Build a relationship with them, make the conversations worth something, talk about something, get to know them, make sure they're comfortable, be on time. No one wants to be in the chair for more than an hour. So if speed is a problem, then you need to be more efficient. You need to cut down steps. You need to simplify the process. Just focus on getting better with the clients you have now, and then that will build you a great foundation for you to grow on top of that. But there's no point on having zero clientele and begging others to come to you when you're not already complete with the people you already have now. And if you're not already skillful with the people you have now, meaning you're not already skilled into their fades, you're not already skilled to tend to their needs, you're not on time, you're not clean in terms of like cleanliness, like disinfect, like it's all a part of that, bro. So if you want more clients, bro, it's more so about focusing on making sure the people you have now are taken care of. So with this design, how I do my designs, I put that bald line in, I hit the design area down to a 2, flicking right off the temple. Look, it's looking super smooth, it's super flat. I'll do a little bit of clipper over comb and scissor over comb on top to blend into that bulk. And right here, you're just gonna, with especially designs, there's nothing I can necessarily tell you. Designs are 100% visual learning. And so just use your corners and just take your time, bro. Like, there's nothing I can really tell you that's gonna make it click. Some things that made me better in the past 2 years with designs is a couple things. Just like the most the most basic things that you could start doing tomorrow that are gonna make your designs better. Hit the area down with a 2. Make the designs a tad bit thicker than you are normally accustomed to. Make them just a tad more thicker, and then when needed, how you see how I got my blade right now, flip it reverse. So instead of like having that where you see that psycho part facing up, face it downwards, flip your trimmer over and hit that bottom line that way too. Those are some of the things that helped me improve my designs. Everything else is just going to be visual learning and repping it out. There's nothing I can really tell you that's going to make you do the designs easier. You're just going to have to visually learn and watch people do it online and take those few tips I have and automatically apply them to your design starting whenever you have the next design. Especially with how popular designs are becoming in the barber community, you need to have this in your arsenal. Maybe unless you're already established or but we're not. What I'm saying? Like most of my people right now are watching this. We're watching this to be able to be established one day. So you need this in your arsenal now. Maybe back in the day you didn't need it. Now you need it. You need it more than ever. Because these kids, kids. I'm not trying to be so condescending, but these younger guys, they want designs, and they will gladly pass on you to go to a different barber that knows how to do designs. So you need to get this in your arsenal. Whether this be if you have a high, mid, bald fade all the way around. If it's a client that you're cool with, hey bro, let me practice some designs really quick. If you don't have anywhere to go, do that there. In that little bulk area that you're gonna bald out anyway, do that there. Right here, shaving gel and straight razor. You already see. Just straight razor, it makes the designs pop way harder. So make sure you straight razor the designs. But like I said, you need this skill in your arsenal, especially nowadays. And honestly, I don't see this trend dying down soon. And how if me cutting hair for a while, haircut trends last years. You know what I'm saying? Like that OBJ trend when everyone was getting like the mohawk fade, the tight mohawk fade and the all around fade, that shit lasted for 5 years. Now everyone's getting like this temp fade, like the taper fade with the bulk everywhere. How long has this been going around? This has been going around since at least 2020. So, and I don't see it slowing down at all. So these barber trends tend to seem to last a lot longer than like your fashion trends and shit like that. So you need to know how to do these designs, because it's just a massive part of gaining clientele. And since I've been doing, because I was never that great at them, but then past 2 years I've improved a lot. And this past 2 years since I've improved, I've seen a lot of people just coming to me just basically just for the because I can do the designs and I market myself to be seen easier. So it's just easier for people to see me. It's like, oh, he does designs. Okay, I'm just gonna go to him. So, and one thing that you guys can have over me is I'm a little pricier. So these younger guys that are charging less, that will do these designs, are gonna have a dub over me, right? So, there's always a niche. There's always something that you can, not necessarily down yourself on. That'd be like, oh fuck, I'm not good like this yet. No, bro, you will be good. Just give it the time and find your niche. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be including eyebrows, or whether that, like for instance, my niche in my space, I feel like I am a higher echelon barber that's at a good price with good clientele, good reviews, good, like I have good like reviews to like show my work and show that what I do is correct. And I feel like that tied in with I am very timely and I'm clean, as in like I make sure I disinfect, I make sure I clean. I just feel like that's my niche, like giving a good service in a timely manner for a good price, So just find your niche, whether that's like, you include eyebrows, or you do it all, you don't charge extra for top trim or anything like that. Like, just find what you can stand yourself out. Back in the day, I would just, like, one thing that would stand me out, that people would tell me that, oh, it's the reason I go to you, is I would do eyebrows for free. That little touch, boom. Maybe it might not make you more clients, but it will retain clients. Like, oh, like that guy's work is good, my barber's work, it's the same, but my barber doesn't charge for eyebrows, he charges for eyebrows. My barber doesn't charge for top trim, but he charges for top trim. So things like that might not bring clients to you as much as it will retain clients to you. So just keep that in mind. Like, how do I retain these guys? Okay, I got these guys in my net. How do I keep them in my net? How do I not make them start jumping ship and leaving me because this guy does that? How do I retain these guys? So that's that goes more so in the barber business aspect of things, because barbering is a lot more than just cutting someone's hair right, because some people don't even know what a good haircut looks like regardless. So you need the experience and the business factor. It's all of it, right? And you guys know that. You'll have some clients show you some pictures of haircuts or designs, and it's absolutely why do you want that? That looks like shit. So, these guys don't even know what a good haircut looks like. So it doesn't matter if you're going to do the fucking best haircut you've ever done or just a good haircut, like a decent haircut. They're not going to necessarily know the difference. It's going to be, the connection you build with them. How timely were you? How was the booking process? How was the payment process? Was the payment process easy? Recently, this is very recent for me. I've been cutting for 6 years, but I've recently done the tap to pay. I can tell in the look of my clients' eyes when they do tap to pay, they're like, oh shit, this is nice. Holy shit, like this is like this is very convenient for me. And I can just start doing credit cards. I can start earning, mileage points if I have them. I can start doing cashback. I can start doing these things because I can have different, I have different forms of payment. That's like another thing you can add. You add on to your arsenal that's going to keep your client retention up. So back to the haircut, bro. I'm done yapping. So we just lined up the C cups. Y'all seen it, man. Y'all see it, man. Line up the C cups. We're detailing. It's looking beautiful. That pop, that gradient pop. That's what when I say gradients, is what I mean by gradients. You see how bald that shit is, but the transition is very smooth into the darkness. That's what I mean by gradients. Non-gradients fade is like if all that darkness on top right there in the parietal ridge area was just killed down to a 2. If all that shit was killed down to a 2, it would destroy this fade. It would look the blend would look very elongated, It looked very stretched out. It wouldn't look cool. It wouldn't give that pop, that, oh my God, how'd you do that pop? Same thing on this side, lining up the C cups, getting them crispy, getting that boy crispy. My little brother right there in the back. My little furry. My little side piece. My little mater baiter. So you see this fade on this side, man. It's popping. This is beautiful. Excellent. Excelente. Me no black, baby. Me no Dominican, baby. Right here, it's some of the I can't cut hair right spray. Some of the let me mask my mistakes with this. Honestly, and TBH, I should have put a little bit less low key. I really don't like. On this side, if I'm keeping a stack, I really didn't like it. I didn't like how much I put on that side from this perspective. Maybe I think it looked good in person. You see the videos, I think it looked good, but yeah, this is, you always try to get better, bro. I always try to get better. I'm always trying to improve, bro. You need to as well as a barber. This game is forever evolving. My buddy goes to this campus where they see younger guys in all the time, right? Like a campus where you go to, you do like trade school, right? So not like a traditional college, like a trade school college that is multiple different trades, right? My buddy, he's not in the barbering program, but when these younger guys from high school, they come in, a lot of these kids are getting into barbering. I have that barber Discord. Join the barber Discord, man. It's free for now. It's free. It's always gonna be free, but there's gonna be down the road. I'm gonna keep it frank. I keep it straight up with you. Down the road, I will charge a little bit for the extras, but for right now, bro, it's free. It's always, like I said, it's always gonna be free. Like an aspect of it's gonna be free, but down the line, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna Jew you. I'm trying to Jew people a little bit, but for now, it's 100% free. So just join in, man. You're gonna be grandfathered in regardless, so I'm not tripping. But man, join in. It's gonna be it's a good community, bro. We talk about tools. You send pictures in there. I'll give you feedback on the pictures. And yeah, man. I mean, it's just a place for if you have any questions about anything, you can hit all of us up directly, and I'm really good on reaching out. So I'll reach out back to you within hours, bro. And bro, we talk about the latest tools coming up. We talk about techniques. We talk about the barber aspects of things, how to keep clients. I give out daily tips and shit. So bro, just join. It's free. It's a vibe. But God, why did I just plug in my Discord? Fuck it. Who cares? Right here, eyebrows, just stretching, getting them crispy, boys. Touching the little long hairs that you can't hit with the razor with my trimmer, going over it. I do only the tops in the middle because I think when you start doing the bottoms, unless they ask me to, it looks too girly in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? No hate to the dudes out there that get their eyebrows threaded, but sometimes when they be getting their eyebrows threaded, it looks too girly, it looks too feminine. So you want them to have that clean, dark eyebrow appearance, but not look feminine. So how I counterbalance that is to do this right here, just the tops in the middle. This just the tops in the Anthony Davis. I don't try not to just destroy it all, you know what I'm saying? But this cut came out very clean, bro. Very to my liking. Yeah, man, I mean, that's it. I spit some game for you guys. This cut is phenomenal. I hope you guys learned a lot, bro. Like I said, join the barber Discord. I'm trying to hit 100 members. It's free for now. It's always gonna be free. I'm gonna stop yapping. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't had a chance already. Like the video. Look at that design. But man, yeah, like I said, bro, I hope you learned something. I love you guys. God bless you guys, and bye.